Hello everyone. My name is Vivek Patkal. I'm the founder and director of Edu-Master online tutoring services. I'm very pleased to let you all know that we have started an interview series. This series is very special to my heart because we are going to host some bright tutorpreneurs who have done it very big in this tutoring industry. So today, as a guest of honor, we have Mr. Roberttravers here who tutors college level and high school maths. So I just hope that I would be able to squeeze out the knowledge from him about maths and his tutoring journey and let us all know about his journey. So welcome, Robert. Robert.
Thank you for having me. It's really a pleasure to be here.
Yep. So can you please let us know, can you please introduce yourself to us and how did you start your tutoring journey?
Sure. So my name is Robert Travers, and I am the founder and tutor of Main Street Math Tutoring. I'm from the great state of Maine over in the US. And how I started tutoring was I've been a tutor off and on since about 2010. And while I was getting my math degree, and back in 27, I knew I wanted to be a teacher for the longest time. And back in 2017, I finally got my first teaching job, but it brought me to a place that I really didn't want to be. So I fell into a dark place, and it got to the point where the school and I had to mutually agree to part ways. And so the one thing I noticed from teaching was that when it came to whole groups of like 20 to 30 students, I would just get overwhelmed. But when I was helping a student one on one, I felt that I could do a much better job with that student. And so that's when I really started thinking, okay, you know what? Maybe I should tutor, not teach.
Yep. Anything that happens for the good, many people say.
Absolutely.
And where are you in your journey right now in the tutoring field?
Sure. So I'm still in my first year of doing this full time, which is really awesome because I get to learn a lot from a lot of different people, yourself included, sir. And really where I think I am right now is I'm still in a process of where I'm still trying to get fully booked the first time, but I'm definitely further ahead than where I was a year ago.
Oh, that's actually very inspiring. That, and I like before moving to the next question, I want to ask you that when you moved on from like the high school teaching or the school teaching to online tutoring, what exactly was your thinking process that, yeah, this is what I want to do? What was that?
Sure. So my thought process at first when I first got started tutoring was okay, maybe I can make some good money on this because I would considered it at first to be like a side hustle, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then COVID came along,
Yep.
and it was at that point I realized, you know what? Maybe I should stop doing in-person tutoring and start doing online fully. And I haven't regretted it since.
Yeah. Actually, you and me share the same page here. I was also doing like in-person tutoring before 2 years. Uh, like I had just a single child when I started. That also I got through a company here in Bangalore. Means it's in India. So I had a time of around 2.5 months tutoring her for maths and science. So in 2.5 months, that girl did wonders. Like from she was scoring a mere around 40 marks out of 80. So after my tutoring, she just went on from 40 to 74 out of 80. The parents were just the
Way to
parents
go.
the parents just went mad. They were like, oh, anyone wants tutor, anyone wants tutor. They're just shouting my name. Oh, Vivek is there, Vivek is there. So at that time I was also just doing it like a side hustle, just to earn some extra cash. But after that, when I saw that student performing good. So I thought, yeah, why not? As it's hourly. As before, I was also working as an aero modeling trainer, where we had to go train students. So there were around class of 60 people, 60 students sitting there. And as you said, it's very overwhelming to cater so many students at a time. It's not bad, but it 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 takes a toll at certain time. Like I have seen teachers like they get bored of those things, and it is common because some all the students have their own different difficulties, and we
Mhm.
cannot cater them, and in the end it is us who feel bad because those are poor children, small children, they don't understand, and we know, oh, this guy is struggling here. But unfortunately, because of the time, 1 hour is given, you have to cater 60 students, so we are not able to provide what the best we can give to the student in sense of improving him. So after that, everything just went on well, and as you said, COVID hit. So from in person, uh, I also transitioned to online. It was just because of Joanne's videos and her group that I joined the Ultimate Support Group. Like I met so many good people like you on that group. I had so basic dumb questions. It's like I thought, oh, I don't know this also. So when I asked those on the group, people like they encouraged, they were also told, so many told that I am also on the same page as you are. So I just feel okay, I am not the only only one who doesn't know the simple things. So now, do you actually think, is there a, is there something like a right time to start your tutoring journey?
It's funny. I was actually thinking about this the other day, and I thought of something that someone once told me. They said the best time to start anything was 10 years ago. The second best time to start is right now. So I mean, for those people in your audience that are thinking if they want to do tutoring or not, I say go for it. Why not, right?
Yep. uh, it's actually a very good career option, and it's very lucrative as well. Like people don't talk about this career option much. They talk about food industry, hotel industry, uh, like school and all. Here what I feel personally is, in tutoring, whatever fees we are charging, it's service based. Approximately 80 to 85% is just the net profit of whatever the hourly charges are. Even in the hotel industry, it's around 30 to 50%, because you have to get stuffs, cook them, hire a cook to do it. So I personally feel this is a really very great career option, and people should actually try to go into it, because the world really needs good tutor. And
Oh,
yeah, please
I'm sorry
continue.
for interrupting you. I
Yes, sir.
absolutely agree. In fact, if we look throughout history, we see some of the greatest leaders were taught by tutors.
Oh, yep. Can you give some example of those people who have been?
I mean, I mean, sure, you can look at Alexander the Great, who was taught by, I want to say, either Aristotle or Plato. I don't remember which one, and I'm sure someone in your audience will
Aristotle.
correct me on that.
He was Aristotle.
Oh, it was Aristotle. There we
Yep.
go. Yeah, that's the one that immediately comes to mind. But
Yep.
when you look at these societies, especially the Romans, the Greeks, they would tutor, the upper class would have their kids tutored, and really I find that tutoring over the years has almost gained this negative stigma of, oh, I must be not that great at a subject because I need a tutor, when in actuality I've seen more high achievers need tutors as well, so that way they can move advance further. Because
Yep.
as you said before, it's really hard to teach 60 kids in all at once in an hour. I mean, I couldn't do it.
Yep. Actually, it's so true what you just spoke right now, Rob. Here also in India, one of the largest empire which was built so many years back. So the guy's name, the empire's name was Mauryan Empire. So Chandragupta Maurya, he had a tutor, a specific, we can say, one-on-one tutor only. So specifically, that guy, he challenged, means his name is Chanakya. Even today, means the tutor who taught Chandragupta Maurya, even today, the corporates in India or the students, everyone likes to study Chanakya Niti. Means
Mhm,
what that guy had in his mind, people are still following it. So that Chanakya, he was working in the other king's dynasty as a advisor. So that king insulted him, and after that, Chanakya took a vow that I will destroy your whole kingdom. He took it very personally. So
oh,
after that, what he did is he found a random kid. Means he was not random. He became the emperor of India. So he found out, like, here the casteism was very high in the previous, means recent year, not recent, centuries back. So he was a lower caste guy. Chanakya trained him so well that at the age of 20 to 22, that guy, he destroyed that kingdom that was known as Nanda dynasty. Then he made Chandragupta Maurya as the emperor of India. Slowly, they started uh, winning the whole India. And Alexander the Great, when he came to conquer India, so at that moment, Chandragupta Maurya was the king of India. He was the emperor at that time. And Chanakya said that Alexander is not going to cross the Ganges, Brahmaputra river, I guess. I'm not sure. Was it Ganges river or Brahmaputra river? So I don't know what actually happened with Alexander. Alexander moved back from that, means not moved back. He planned back. His troops were facing some homesickness or somewhat like that. So they did not cross that river and they went back from there itself. Otherwise, it would have been a big battle that we would have been discussing right now as well. So,
definitely.
as you said, achievers, high achievers also need tutors, and maybe some of them have become high achievers because of good tutors.
Oh, absolutely. I would probably say that's a pretty safe bet.
Yeah, it's actually very safe. Can you please share some story or some child who has, means his, all the perspective of life has changed after tutoring with you, or like a sudden change in his behavior or maths? If you would like, please, can you please share a story
Oh,
with our audience?
absolutely. I would love to. So I had this one. So wi- back in November, I found this one student who lived in the same town that I did, and he was really struggling with geometry, almost to a point of shutting down. He was always good at math, but for some reason he just could not tackle geometry. Like I really struggled when I was in high school. So I took him under my wing, and within 2 months, he went from not almost failing the class to getting a solid B. And I still work with him now, and he's at the point where if he's not already there, he's only a couple points away from getting being an A student. And
Oh,
I told, and I had a conversation with the mom, and she said, "You've done wonders for my son." And I said, "No, it's not me, it's him. I'm just the guide that showed him the way. He put in the work, and he deserves it."
you're so sweet.
And I mean, that's really what it is, right? We are
Yep.
not the ones who are not who are doing the work. We're just the guides that show them how to get from point A to point B.
Yep. But I also believe that whatever you said, I completely agree with it. He was the same guy before meeting you. He is the same guy after meeting you. But the results changed when you entered into his tutoring. So it is about him for sure, but it is more about you tutoring him. So uh, you being a very nice guy, and most of the tutors are very nice. They don't say no, no, it's not my means I, it's all the students effort, it's all whatever they have done. Yes, we say that, but in the end, that what I would like to tell you is, it is in you that you have instilled something into that child, and that is what has changed him. Because it's not like sudden something happened, or uh, I don't have words right now. I guess I'm out of words. But it's always about you, Rob. I personally feel that, because students, they are bright, they were means they are they may face some issues, but the parents must have tried some other tutor also. They must have, this child is going from his junior KG when he was 4 5 years old. From that time he is moving, he's going to the school. So when you entered, the changes happen. So please keep this in mind, that you are the most important part of the tutoring.
And I
All
mean,
the
I don't, not to change the subject abruptly, but I don't know if you can see my face better now that I have a flashlight on.
Yep, I can see you. And I also hope that I did not change the topic of the interview.
No,
It's
you
going
didn't.
fine. Okay.
No, not at all. This is a wonderful thing that you're doing.
Yeah.
And yeah, I can't, going back to what we were saying before, that little tangent I went on, and I apologize about that.
No
Yeah,
issues at all.
looking back, I agree that I did impact it somehow.
Yep. Somehow, and a lot of it.
I mean, I remember when I took my oath as a teacher, I was told put all the credit on the student and none of the blame, right?
Yep. So I guess you have taken the blames as well. So now my next, here we go on to our next question. So when you started your tutoring journey, what was at stake for you? Like what was something that was troubling you, or it was like, oh, because I personally had so many fears. What if if it doesn't work out? What if I don't get students? So what was at stake for you, and is was there something that was troubling you in your mind?
For me, mostly it's the same thing that I think I had the same struggles that most of the tutors have. Will I get enough students? Will I make enough money to live? Will will I just give up? And I mean, one of the things that I had in my mind was that imposter syndrome of,
Yep.
am I sure that I'm good enough to do this? What if someone says that I'm a horrible, horrible teacher or horrible tutor? Because, and I kept on thinking back of my experiences as a teacher where I just fell dark into a dark place, and I decided I never wanted to do that again. And I feel like imposter syndrome really plays a key in tutoring.
And I just am very happy that that imposter syndrome did not take you down, because you are impacting the lives of students individually. And I personally think that the students who are learning under you are are guided pretty well, and they will be blessed with mathematics at least. Well, if you want science, you can contact me.
Hey, I'll give you as many science students as you can handle.
So
because
yep.
because I thought about doing physics at one point. In fact, my physics teacher was begging me to be a physicist when I was in high school,
Oh.
but I love math too much.
Hmm. So you were, do you focus only on maths, is it? Or do you also teach some other subjects?
Mostly I focus on math only because that's my bread and butter.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I have dabbled a little bit into science, like physics and whatnot, but for me, mostly I'm just happy with the math because that's the language of the universe, and I just want to share that with everyone.
Yep.
And I
That's,
have a And I
Uh-huh.
always say that when you take calculus for the first time, you never see the universe the same way ever again.
Yeah.
And I honestly believe that.
Yep. It's either demolishing, or either it is going in a creative way.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's very tough. Because before joining the Jumpstart program, I used to tutor physics, chemistry, maths, and it's not like that simple. I used to teach from LKG, like the elementary school, middle school, high school. Yeah, I was thinking if I get some college student also, I will tutor it. Why not work a little bit hard? Then the imposter syndrome will say, after I got some students, like I currently have a student from US right now, 10th grader. So she is into accelerated school. So she is learning like chemistry and maths from me. So at when I got to know a clever student like her, I just thought it's not my cup of tea to teach maths for high schoolers, because it really needs, means we have to be very perfect in that particular arena, because the student ask, and it feels little bad that if we don't know the answer, we are human beings, it feels bad we don't know the answer. And if it happens two three times in a class, it is like again low on confidence for another 24 or 48 hours. So
Yep.
I just thought that I'm not going to take uh, maths or science for high schoolers at all. So I do have a team of 7 people working with me. So what I do is whoever are experienced, I just they are in my team right now. So I just forward them the inquiries which I get for like high school and above. Till 8th grade is what I cater now. Because someone wakes me up in the night and asks me any question about 8th grade or below 8th grade, I'm not sure that I'll be right, but at least I will be able to fight with the question and get to a happy ending. We as a teacher need to have the warrior spirit. Even if the question is not coming, sometimes I know I don't know it. Bro, you have to fight it out, like some or the other way. The students are looking at you. Have you felt it anyways like that? Anytime like this?
Oh yeah. I mean, what's a I'm sure every tutor has felt that way where they don't know the exact answer and it's like, ah, but I tell my students, it's funny, I've been working with calculus for the last 10 years and I tell my students even I still make mistakes.
Hmm. Yep, that's actually very less uh, teachers and tutors do that.
Oh yeah.
Many teachers think that they should be perfect. All the answers should be given by the teacher. So what they do is, like I have seen some of them doing this in school, in front of my eyes. Even if they don't know the answer, they'll give the wrong answer.
Hmm.
And some of the other day, the student is going to find out, and after that, they lose respect. Like the student doesn't care much about that teacher or that particular tutor in some days or some months. So telling them upfront that I don't know the answer to this, or maybe I can get back to you tomorrow, that is a little tough at that time. But in the end, it is what works out. And that is the truth basically. If we don't know, we should tell them that we don't know.
Exactly. Honesty is the best policy, right?
Yep.
And I mean, it also shows them that you know what, we're not afraid to have we can have that humility too. And I
Yep.
mean, at the end of the day, I I told my students as well, if you catch me make a mistake, let me know. I would rather fix my mistake than teach you incorrectly.
Oh my god, that was a solid line. I am going to copy and paste it.
Yeah. And I mean,
Because,
sometimes I'll even make a mistake on purpose just to see if they
yep.
notice.
If you don't mind, can you please repeat the line which you said?
Sure. I would rather if if I'm doing if I'm making a mistake, let me know so that way because I'd rather fix my mistake than teach you incorrectly.
So awesome line, Rob. I will, if you don't mind, just going to learn it and then say it whenever required in my sessions. I hope you don't have
Sure, as
any
long as I get
copyright for
royalties
that.
from it, sure.
I don't have. I don't think you have any copyright for that.
Don't- well, I might as well try, right?
Yep. Shall we move on to our next question, Rob?
Sure.
Yep. So we are so happy right now. I want to ask you about the difficulties that you have faced when you moved from in person to online tutoring.
Sure. So when I moved to online tutoring, I was one of the biggest difficulties that I had was convincing my in-person students to do online. And then but I found with COVID that even that was easier than I thought it would be. Even though I didn't get any of my students to do it, which was weird because I don't know. I don't know why they wouldn't do it, especially with a global pandemic going on. But hey, say la vie, right?
Yep.
Um, but for the most part, I'm finding that more people are open to that online tutoring. And I find one of the difficulties, though, is that they're having such a bad time with online learning through the schools with their regular teachers that there's this stigma of, well, if my student is having trouble with with online learning through a teacher, how is it going to be different for an online tutor? And the answer for me is always the same because for me, I can focus, unlike a teacher, I can focus in on you. I tutor your student and your child alone. So I
Mm-hmm.
can focus on their struggles and bring them up to speed.
Yep. I surely believe you can. You are doing it. What you can. You are doing it right now. So, did those students who were in person with you, did they move with you online, or you got some other students to
I
move
got some
online?
other students
Okay. And
and
what was the main, like, did you get the students from mouth publicity, or like
oh yeah,
how does it work?
it's funny the power of networking and the power of word to mouth and I will attest to that till the day I die. I
Oh,
mean, I get more business from other people than I get from myself.
oh my God. That's a very what we call interesting fact.
Yes.
So you get students from other tutors, like they refer them to you, or
Yeah.
your students or your friends and colleagues who just if they find someone they just refer it to you.
Yes, a little bit of both actually. Surprisingly, it's about 50-50. I've
Oh
had
my
two
God.
students from referrals from other tutors and then two students from referrals from friends or family. In
Mm-hmm.
fact, it's funny. My father owns a window cleaning business, and I got one of my clients through him because he was cleaning out a dryer vent for them.
Oh, so the 100 leads 100 connection list is working out. Did you
Oh,
make it?
absolutely. Oh, absolutely, I did. It took me all about. It took me a few days to make it though, but I definitely made it, and it's definitely paying out
Oh,
or paying off.
so do you work as a solopreneur or you have your team?
Nope, it's just me, myself, and I.
Okay, so here we come to our next question. What are your future plans? Like, are you going to venture? Like, what are your future ventures in the coming 3 to 4, 5 years? Let's suppose you get booked, fully booked in around 3 months or 6 months. So after that, what are your plans?
I was actually just thinking about this last night, so that's a very good question. So one of my biggest plans that I have coming up is the I want to hire a virtual assistant because I know I can't do everything, and especially and once I get fully booked, I'm not going to be able to do everything.
Yep.
So that's one thing I want to do. Another
Mm-hmm.
thing is I actually have an announcement coming up on a live stream coming up on Thursday that
Oh.
that I'll have a huge announcement coming on, but so I'm not going to spoil that right now.
Okay.
But I will give you a hint. If you have anybody entering calculus, might want to watch it
Mm-hmm.
because
Any
it's
interest, any student or any tutor?
any student.
Okay.
Yeah, any student that's getting ready to take calculus might want to watch it. It's going to
Mm-hmm.
happen Thursday, April 1st at 12:30 Eastern United States time.
Uh, uh, so do you want me to edit this block and put it before 1st April?
Yeah, you can do that. I'm not spoiling anything. All the only thing I will say about it is that I'll be giving my tips on what you can do to get ready for calculus.
Yep.
That's all I'm going to say right now.
Oh, okay. Keeping it suspense.
Yep. Well, I mean, you have to, right?
Yeah.
Otherwise, no one's going to show up.
Yep. So now, what do you think is the importance of a good team?
Oh, it's absolutely critical. I mean, nothing. I can't, like I said before, I can't do everything. So having the ultimate support group, having the insider secrets group that Joe that I can't speak today. Let's try it again. Joanne Kaminsky
Yeah, it's very
runs
hard. Yep.
is worth its weight in gold.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if for no other reason than to bounce off ideas off each other and say, "Hey, I want to do this. What do you think?" and all of that stuff. And I mean, even asking questions because I don't know everything, nor do I claim to know everything.
Mm-hmm.
Although I don't know what life would be like if I claimed to know everything.
Oh, it
I'd
will
probably
be.
be
Yep.
I'd probably be called a liar instantaneously.
Yeah, I just had a student before an hour, I guess. I was just tutoring him. So that guy is little serious, serious in the sense like I don't know what he has in his mind. He thinks that he knows everything.
Hmm.
His parents are feeling very much issues because of him. So they literally tried putting him in all the tuition centers, like all the tutors in the area where I live for 1.5 2 kilometer radius. They tried him. Now I get to deal with him and deal with him from the last 2 months. So I
And
came
how'd
to
that
know.
work out, sir?
It is like he hears no one. Even like if his parents are telling him to come for the class, uh, he doesn't want to go to the school. He
Hmm.
says he cries, makes a issue, just goes out of the house, running here and there, throws tantrums at them. And whenever his tuition is, my class is going to start, his mom or dad just calls me and says, "Sir, you give him a call. He's not listening to us." So when I just give him a call, he doesn't receive. The first thing what he will do is he'll not receive. Then in WhatsApp he'll message me, "Sir, I'm coming in 10 minutes." I said, "Yeah,
Oh
I'm waiting
wow.
for you." So it's very horrible. Like if someone says, "I know everything," and people instantly tell them on the face that yes, you are lying. So I just think nobody should pretend that they know everything. So coming to the next question, what were the initial reactions from your clients and colleagues when you entered into tutoring services?
um, so some of them were, like I said, I've been tutoring off and on since about 2010, and for the I just started opening tutoring last July. So before in the time between me leaving my teaching job and me starting to actually tutor full time, I was working for a call center, and
Oh.
I was a dispatcher. And I remember putting in my 2 weeks notice, and they were saying, "Oh, do you have any clients yet? Are you sure you really want to do this?"
Mm-hmm.
And and I mean, but I also had some positive reactions as well. I had people tell me to go for it and that they knew I could do it. So really, I think I had pretty a mixed bag, pretty much, of reactions.
Yep. It's uh it's hard sometimes because most of the times if we have some people supporting us, it really eases the struggle. It's not like that we are not going to teach or we are not going to work hard, but the mental stability or the thought process, it matters a lot. Because when I started, I have started before 2 years, and full time I have been on it from recently 5 to 6 months. So just now I have rented a property here in an apartment to start a tuition center. So I go through imposter syndrome almost every day.
Hmm.
Like 5 times in a week I feel low and I feel like giving up. Why am I doing it? For what am I doing it? But there are few people who keep on telling you're doing good. Uh, it will happen good. Means most of them are from our jumpstart program and the ultimate support group. So starting this interview series I have a selfish motive in this as well, because I want to keep myself motivated.
Oh yeah, you have to have. I mean, with everything we do, there's a bit of a ulterior motive to it, right? I mean,
Yep.
I love to tutor, but I like to make money from it as well.
Yep, everyone. Money is not everything, but
No,
it's
it's
not
not.
less than everything as well.
Oh, absolutely. And I mean, they say the money is the root of all evil, and I actually think it's the love of money that's the root of all evil,
Yep.
right? I mean,
Yep.
at that, if I love money more than I love anything else, then I'm never going to be successful, because I'm always going to be chasing that dollar, that next
Yep.
big thing. Whereas I remember reading a book, "You Were Born Rich" by Bob Proctor, that he said that money is meant to be a tool. You're in order to be truly wealthy, you need to love people and use money rather than the other way around.
Great. Yep. In the real world it happens differently. People use people and believe money more than people. So it's many things that I personally want to teach my students. This is one of it. I hope I'm not taking too much of your time, Rob.
No, you're not at all. This is
Okay.
actually kind of fun. So I just realized my computer's dying, so I have to plug it in.
Okay, okay. So you just what do you call, give life to your computer as well.
Yep.
Okay. So now the next question, we all make some mistakes. So can you please share with us the mistakes that you have made in your journey and how they have shaped your approach towards your business?
How much time do you have?
Uh, for
I
the
could go.
interview?
I could. No, I could go on all day with the
Oh,
mistakes that I've made.
oh my God. Can you mention two, three at least, so that if a person who wants to start his tutorpreneur journey, something he would just avoid doing that, or would you tell them to do it and then learn from it? How would you?
Oh, absolutely. One of the biggest things that I learned was that really, when you start tutoring, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. And by that I mean you're not just going to be able to snap your fingers and get fully booked in about 5 seconds. There's a lot of, and at first I thought, oh, I have I have I know that within 2 weeks I'm going to get fully booked, and boy was I wrong. I've been at this now for almost a year, and I'm still not fully booked the first time, but that's okay. I realized that the work that I put in, really is the work that is what I'm going to get out of it,
Yep.
and that's true for any business. Never mind tutoring.
Yep. All
And
the
on that
business.
and on that same token, the other mistake I made at first was not networking as well as I probably could have. I mean, yes, yes, I've learned over the last few months that in order to for me to grow my business, I should probably do things I'm not so comfortable with. I mean,
Yep.
anyone who knows me knows that I don't really like talking to people, right? But I
Yep.
realized that if I don't talk to people, my business will never grow.
Yep. There are few things we need to learn in order to keep our business running. The Joanne was actually telling me she is an introvert. I just said it's very hard to believe, Joanne, that you are an introvert. So she said, yeah, uh, we need to do what we have to do for keep the things running.
Oh
So
yeah.
now means this interview, I I am actually, I was also a very camera, like fear of camera. I had a lot of fear of camera. I am trying to reduce that from this interviews as well, because I tutored for 6 and 7 months. I never on my camera for the students to see me. The first time when I on my camera was in the Jumpstart program. Joyan's first kickstart class will be there, motivational Mondays. So that was the first time I on my video camera while taking a class or giving a class. So it's we have to learn a lot of things, as mentioned by you correctly, and it's it's great actually learning. We, as if we know that we are not good at something, or we sometimes we just mistake it, like if we don't like that, we just say that we are not good at it or we cannot do it nicely. But as the time passes on, now this is my 6 to 7 interview. Slowly the confidence is getting built. My first interview was like I was like sitting like a cat. Yes, no, yeah, yeah. I can understand. It was all the support given by my accountability partners in the Jumpstart program. So because of that, they just told me, we have a very beautiful lady, Pualani. So Pualani is a part of Insider Secrets Club as well, I guess. So that lady actually, she used to pump full confidence in me before the weeks class started. I just told her that I need at least 15 minutes talk with all the accountability partners before entering the class, so that I will be able to speak something in front of the coach. The first two classes I was just like quiet. I didn't speak a single word. They said introduce. I said just, my name is Vivek Rajaram Patkal. I am from India. I tutor maths, science, maths, physics, and chemistry. Okay. So after that, no questions at all. They also came to know, like Terry was my coach. So she also came to know. She just, after a question or two in the first session, she did not trouble me with more questions. But as soon as she came to know that I am talking more and more and more, so she uh, increased her questions. Means they literally understand people,
Oh
all the
yeah.
tutors and all. So do you have any sweet memory or any memory of the Jumpstart program that you would like to share?
Oh, absolutely. Terry was also my coach as well. So
Oh,
that
same
she
page.
I mean,
Boo. Yeah.
yes. No, Terry, I mean, how how much could I really say about Terry Grigsby as a coach? I'm not saying neither one of the other coaches were bad, but I didn't have him as a coach, and to this day, I still talk to Terry Grigsby a lot, and I remember every time when I towards the end, I was still struggling to get my first student, so when I got my first student, she posted in the Jumpstart group her dancing and celebrating because I got a student. And I'm like,
Such a great
wow.
lady. So happy for you.
I
And
mean,
she is a really very wonderful person.
oh, absolutely, without question.
Yep. Because she knew that I was not comfortable talking in the class. uh, I was very nervous while talking. So slowly, she asked, she came to know about what she should ask me or what is interesting, means what interests me. In it took around 2 to 3 classes, but after that, whichever question she used to ask me, I would like to give her the best possible answer. My English, it grammatical mistakes are there, a lot of grammatical mistakes are there, but all of them uh, they took under their wing to me, and I felt very blessed at that time. And when the Jumpstart program ended, I just felt like, oh, some part of my life is just, it's not there right now. So I'm going to join the Insider Secret Club very soon. So how does the work go in Insider Secrets Club? How does it work out there?
Um, as far as what?
Like, are there every week meeting or motivational Mondays or somewhat like that?
Yeah,
Is it?
so I on Tuesdays we have a question and answer call with Joanne where
Mm-hmm.
she'll sit there. Well, where she'll go in and answer our questions for the week.
Mm-hmm.
And then they have these things called group mastermind calls, and they happen three once a week. There are three different calls. One is on Wednesdays at 7 a.m. Eastern with Audrey Codner Gibson, who is another phenomenal tutor
Mm-hmm.
and a very good friend of mine.
Oh.
Um, there's one I don't know if it's on Tuesdays or Wednesdays at 12:30 with Esme Lozano and another phenomenal tutor. And then
Mm-hmm.
there's the one I'm in that's on Friday nights at 5 o'clock p.m. Eastern with Beth Hansford. Again, another phenomenal tutor. All
Yep.
three of them really deserve to be coaches for and leaders of a group mastermind calls because I think without them, I don't know where I would be right now.
Yep. I absolutely agree with you this thought, because without them, they were actually a ray of hope for me. When I was going to tutor online, I when someone says computer, I'll just turn back 180 degrees and start running. The fastest person who hates computer, not hates, I am not that tech savvy. It's not like I hate it, I'm not that tech savvy. And I was not knowing anything like how it actually worked, because I was like, okay, I'll sit on my bike, go to the student's home, tutor there, then again go to other home, then again tutor there, then other home. Then suddenly COVID hit. I was not able to realize, like, here there was 15 days I was just, oh, what to do now? Because uh, the flow of the cash stopped, as it was hourly rate. If we
Mhm.
work, we are going to get paid. That is also a sad part. So
That's right.
if hours are not being taught, no money in the end of the month.
Right.
It's very tough.
Yep.
So I had bills to pay, and I was just searching. People say that necessity is the mother of discoveries. So I tried my discoveries. I held a mobile uh, on the notebook. Then I was writing on the notebook, showing it to the students. The students were very supportive, so they also told me, sir, this mistakes are happening. We are not able to see what you're writing on the notebook. Then I change it to sketch pens. Then made a whiteboard on the wall. I, One of my team member, I just made him sit for 1.5 hour, 2 hours, just holding the mobile. I just feel his pain right now, poor fella. It was not uh, necessary at all. So coming to the next question, do you ever feel like giving up?
Yeah, I have a few times. especially in the beginning where I was hunting for students. And again, the imposter syndrome comes in and says, why don't you have any students yet? Everyone else had students. Why not you? And
Yep.
it's like, no, I'm not going to fall into that again. And every time I think about giving up, I say to myself, you mean to tell me that out of the thousands of people taking calculus right now, you can't you're telling me that there are not 20 that need your help?
Oh, that's actually something to motivate. I'm going to copy paste this one as well. Because,
Go ahead. I'll take more royalties. Although I
because
guess
yeah, please continue, Rob.
no, I was gonna say, although I guess since I wasn't bright enough to have either one of those trademarked or copyrighted,
Oh,
I
mhm.
guess I can't do that, right?
Yeah, you can't.
Shoot.
Actually, the series which we have started is called as Tutorpreneurs. So I thought this is Joyan's word. Means Joyan is the discoverer of this particular word. So I just asked her that Joanne, I'm going to start a interview series, and I want to name it as Tutorpreneurs. Can you please give me the permission? She said, yeah, you can use it. At one time I thought of making it a trademark, but it would again be a lot of things that I would have to take care, so I just did not trademark that entrepreneur word. So
Oh
she gave
yeah,
me the permission, and it's a very good word. We can just say we are not a normal entrepreneur or a business person. We are tutorpreneurs.
you're
We
right.
tutor, and that is our business. So it's a specific when you get a specific categorization, and people know about that, that's actually a wonderful feeling. Have you
Oh,
ever
absolutely.
now, what was the last time that you had the imposter syndrome? Recent any?
A couple days ago, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I
So
mean, it.
I had it just today morning, so I was just asking you.
Oh yeah, it. I mean, it's always gonna be there, right?
Yep.
No matter how successful or how much we're doing, there's always going to be that little voice in the back of your head, and of my head at least, saying
Mm-hmm.
that I'm not doing good enough.
Oh, so it actually happens to everyone.
Oh,
It's not.
absolutely,
Yep. And
absolutely.
people are, they don't, I don't know what goes on to their mind. They don't want to accept the fact. Even if we just talk it out, if we tell people that I'm feeling low, people think that if I tell my confidence is low right now, what will they think of me? Even today, my I woke up late today. I had a talk with parent who are going to send their child here. So the parent asked me, Vivek, you are very low today. What happened? I said, ma'am, it's like startup this is my startup company here, and I have recently started a tutoring center, and not many students are coming. So that is why I was low, and it keeps on happening. It's a usual thing for me. So she said, yeah, it happens. Then she said, yeah, my husband is also going through it. He just lost his job right now. So try coming to the gym. Yeah, that coming to gym and working out is a little bit difficult part for me. But
Hmm.
I said, yeah, I will try for sure. So now, coming to the next question, Rob, how difficult is it to scale up tutoring business according to you?
That is a really good question. Um, I mean, I haven't had to scale up yet, so that's definitely something that, from what I've seen, it can be difficult to scale up, especially once you're at the point where you're starting get to get comfortable. But at the same time, if you know the direction you're heading in, and you know how, and you know what you want out of life,
Mm-hmm.
How to get there just seems almost natural. And I know for
Yeah.
me, going back to that question about that you asked me earlier about what plans I had in the next few years, I
Mm-hmm.
know for me, other than hiring a virtual assistant, I want to start getting into public speaking, and I actually have it on my list of on my bucket list to do a nationwide tour where I just go
Oh,
across the country and public speak to people and hopefully inspire them.
someday please come to India.
Oh, we'll do. I'll get my passport ready.
Yeah, yeah. Please do visit India. So whenever you come, let me know.
We'll do.
Joanne has also written the name of the city. So she just asked me, where do you live in India? I said Bangalore. So she just wrote it down. She said, I want to come to India because I have a lot of people to meet there. They're all calling me. So I would also invite you whenever you are free. Please come here. So coming to the next question, what is something that you would like to tell a person who wants to or is thinking to enter this tutoring business?
Oh, that's easy. For me, I would tell them that it's probably the greatest job that you could have. And it's at first it's gonna seem like you're just going through the motions and you don't know what to do. But once you get that schedule in place, once you start getting a few students under your belt, it just becomes easy to and I would also tell them to write down their goals and write down their visions of what they want from the business. Because I've started doing that, and wow have I seen the impact of that. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, Joe, I had on my list that I want to get 3 students in 24 hours, and that's what happened one
Oh
time.
my God. So
Yeah.
is the self believing part affecting this? Because most of the times, I have also observed this, we feel that and we get it.
Oh, absolutely. It's a self-fulfill. I don't know if you've heard the term self-fulfilling prophecy.
Can you
Usually it
please elaborate about it a little bit?
Sure. So usually it's usually on the negative side because a lot of people think negatively as a almost a general primary thing.
Mm-hmm.
And whatever you believe ends up happening. Eventually,
Oh,
if you tell yourself, I'm not good enough to do this, I'm not good enough to do this, I'm not good enough to do it, eventually it becomes you're not good enough to do it. But that's the imposter syndrome talking, and that's
yep,
not the voice you want to listen to.
yep,
I
never.
mean, God God has blessed me with the gift of being able to do higher level math and to be able to teach it. And I want to praise him by helping others and serving others.
Yep, your words are so full of wisdom that any new person, I think he will surely want to join the tutoring business. And your experience is so long in tutoring that you said you started tutoring from 2010. I was in 10th grade that time.
I was a senior in high school then, so
Oh, so we are just, I guess, 2, 3 years. You're my senior in high school. So you are in 12th grade, I guess, that time.
yep,
Oh
I was
my
just
God.
about to end. It was the summer in between my junior year and my senior year of high school when I started.
Oh, so I did not see many young people interested and entering this field. So I don't know why young people don't enter it, because
Oh,
if we start it now, after down the road 2, 3 years, it's going to be awesome.
oh
And
yeah, and I mean,
yep.
tutoring online or tutoring itself has gone from a hobby to a legitimate industry. I think last time I heard it was a $1.5 billion industry, and I realized I want my share of that.
Yep.
I
it will
want.
be still, it'll still be a $1.5 billion industry, right? If you have your
Oh,
share
it's
in
gonna
it as well.
grow.
Yeah,
It is
it will
going to
grow.
grow.
Yeah, it will
So
grow.
if you get into it now, I
Yep.
mean, I can only imagine what my life will be like in 20 years.
Oh my God. That's, if you keep on going with the same pace, it will be a very phenomenal change. But all, I think so, solopreneur, yeah, it's good. I- At a certain period of time when you are fully booked, then we as a human being will, we have always have that thing in our mind. Okay, this I have achieved. Now I want this. When you
Hmm.
reach there for 6 months, you stay there. Then you say, I want to go here. So
We're
to our,
dreamers.
yeah, we dreamers. So to avoid that, only what I have done is I have hired my team. I have around 5 tutors currently working with me. Two are non-tutoring staff, like they take care of the content writing and the website making, social media platform updating and all. So I have been I means applying all the things, but what they tell is you should do it yourself. I can't. I don't know how to do website. I can't sit in front. I'm talking to you, so I'm sitting in front of a laptop right now. It's not my cup of tea. I can't write good content as well. But what I can do is I can hire someone, and they can do it for me. So
Oh,
whatever
absolutely.
they told, like the website week was there. Everybody was so tensed making the website and all. So I just got it done in 2 days.
Hmm.
I told the content writer, write the content. I want this to be written with my name. All I gave the basic details, bulletin points. Then I told the website person to just, I want this to be placed here, FAQs, this. And it's always good, means it always has pros and cons of having a team as well. So in, what would you like, let's suppose if you get fully book solid, so are you thinking to hire some tutors under your wing?
I mean, it's always a possibility. At the end of the
Yep.
day, I can't say for certain whether or not I would or wouldn't, but it's definitely a possibility. I mean, I like you said, we can't do anything. We can't do everything alone.
Yep. And
And
this is a very good source of revenue as well, Rob, if you have ever imagined. Uh, Keeping the tutors or hiring them completely all full time, initially it is going to be a issue, huge issue. It's going to make holes in the pocket. But
mhm.
if we believe in ourselves, like for 2 or 3 months, uh I am still with the holy pockets, lot of them. I hope in the 2 or 3 months I would actually be able to get some students from US for myself and for my tutors as well, because I am completely book solid. But for the Indian students, the pay scale here is not that much as compared to the US. Like if you teach here 8 hours and there 8 to 10 hours, and there it's just 1 hour with the payment or the pay scale. So I was just hoping, joined the Jumpstart program for getting the students from US only. I was not sad part that I was not able to get any student from the US during the Jumpstart program, but marketing and all is going on awesome. So now, Rob, what is that one last thing which you have learned with all your experience and you would love to tell me and our audience about it? Like, can you please means give some advice or something that you want to tell everyone who's listening to this?
Oh, sure. I'll just go back to what I said earlier. If you're don't give up. If you really want something out of life, whether it be in business, whether it be with tutoring or even anything else, go for it. The only person that's stopping you is you. if you don't give in to your imposter syndrome and always state everything in the positive, then you'll go far in life. I mean,
Yep.
for me, I've gotten to the point of eliminating the word if from my definition.
Oh,
When if I say something like, if I make $100,000 a year, XYZ, instead of that, it's when I make $100,000, XYZ.
yep. It's those are again words of wisdom from you, Rob. So here, while coming to the end of the interview, suppose if a person or a student want to contact you and they want to come under your wings for calculus and the other tutoring which you are providing, can you please let us know again the subjects you tutor and how can they contact you? Because whatever the details you're going to give, I'm going to put in the description of the video as well so that they can contact you from there. Can you please tell us?
Oh, absolutely. So the name of my business is Main Street Math Tutoring. You can reach me by email at main st tutoring. No, let's try it again. Main Street Tutors, street being abbreviated to the st, at gmail.com. You can also find me on my website, www.mainstreettutors.com. It's exactly like the email. And you can also call me or text me on my phone number, which is 207 432 1199. I also host my own podcast called the Main Street Math Tutor Podcast, which I actually am about to record a new episode today. So that's going to be fun and exciting for me, at least.
Oh,
And I also have my own Facebook group called the Main Street Math Tutor Podcast After Party, where we can discuss any previous episodes or any new episodes that people might want to see, or even as a way for you to schedule a free consultation with me.
oh, that's actually great. I will surely put all the details in the description so that people who want to learn from you, they'll be able to easily contact you. And Rob, from the bottom of my heart, this interview was really very helpful in and knowledgeable to me. And I hope it this people listening to this will also go home. Maybe they're in their home only right now, learning so many things. Means they may return back after watching to this video by learning so many real facts about the tutoring journey and what are the difficulties faced, what are the perks of it, what is at stake, what is imposter syndrome, and the most important thing said by Rob, do not give up, keep on going consistently. This is what I'm summing. Okay, you can
Oh,
add it as
absolutely.
well.
No, go ahead.
Yeah. So what was it? If I want to repeat that in before ending the session, that if I
Which,
go wrong, please correct me. I would rather accept that I'm wrong instead of tutoring you the wrong thing.
oh,
Am I?
absolutely close. What I usually say is, if I make a mistake, let me know, because I'd rather fix my mistake in front of you than teach you incorrectly.
Oh, I need to practice a lot.
well,
On
you'll
that
have this
note,
video and the file for it, so that will give you plenty of practice.
yep. It will be on YouTube as well. So,
Oh
okay.
yeah,
So
it'll
Rob,
be the next viral thing.
yeah, it was really fun meeting you, Rob. So
Oh, and it
have
was an absolute pleasure to meet with you as well, and thank you for your time and allowing me to come on your stage.
thank you so much, Rob. It was really pleasure hosting you, and I hope I would invite you again when you get fully booked.
I
So
can't wait.
Rob part one and Rob part two. And there will be so much wisdom in between. Yep. So, all right, folks. Bye bye. See you soon.
Bye, everyone.